Well, hello, everyone. Can you see and hear me okay? Yeah, 5x5. So my opening little video, I had a better one, but I have been struggling with my computer and with everything today. That's okay. The show will go on. But so I threw that together last minute. And that's kind of how my week feels. It feels like it's just gone by so extremely fast. 5x5, awesome. You guys rock. Can't stay, but thanks for showing up and saying hi, Ed. Appreciate that. Hello. We got Andy here, Verna's in here, Mr. Landfill, Steve. And am I missing anyone? Cool, got a good group tonight. Well, hello, you guys. Thanks for showing up. Tonight's stream's going to be a short one. I know I say that a lot, but it should be about half an hour. Just because got a lot of frustrations going on and all. But hey, Bob's here. But still some good things. I got hopefully some good tips. Ooh, my chair went down. I got a new old hand-me-down chair. But I got hopefully some tips, some things I want to point out. And I had to scrap part of my show tonight just because organization and stuff, I wasn't able to get that quite going. So there we got some Serenity. We'll get to that in a minute. I hope everyone's doing okay. I saw some of you were putting in there already what the weather is, and it is dropping. It's dropping here too. Definitely. So this year I feel a little bit more prepared for the cold, which makes me happy. I have milk crates full of milk cartons with water inside and in the quail shack. And so I'm not going to be fighting the water being frozen. And I have most of the food and everything organized in the quail shack so I can operate the animals, chickens and everything from there as well. Hey, J. Mary, good to see you. And so that'll be nice being able to be in there in the somewhat warmth of the quail shack when it gets real cold this winter. And so we'll talk about the warmth as well coming up here. But yeah, so the weather's been dropping. If you guys want, you can always type in weather and your zip code or your city or state. And in chat here, it'll drop what the weather is in your area. It's been getting cold here for sure. Oh, Bob, I was going to ask what your update was. Yeah, so Bob has a hatch. Let's see, still only 2. Okay. And you missed it, the incubator. Well, keep it going. Let me know. I know I had troubles with some of my last ones too. So definitely keep us posted on how your incubations are going. I'm really curious about that. I know this morning in Verna's chat, we were talking about possibly lowering the temperature 0.5 degree because of elevation or different things. There we go. We got some weather dropping. Also, if you guys have a channel and you want Nightbot to shout that out, you can type GBH as in Grafted Branch Homestead in caps there, and it will drop your channel link. Hey, Andy, good to see you. Let's see. What is he saying? Oh, okay. Yep. Prepare ahead. So last year I felt like I was running around a lot and fighting to get water jugs filled and changed. This year a lot of it's more automated, and in the warmth of having that quail shack's really nice. Although it's not super insulated or all the way, it provides some warmth. The water in there isn't going to freeze and all. And actually later tonight in the stream I want to talk a little bit about heating coops versus not heating coops, why you would or wouldn't, and how I feel about it. And so we'll get to that a little bit later. Yeah, so that's what I did last year. I quit for the winter and we started up again. This year I think I'm going to keep it more roundabout. We really want to be eating more quail, incorporating it in the diet more. The kids love it. I love it too, and so does my wife. But it's definitely a sustainable source, and as food gets more and more expensive and all, that's something we want to do. I want to be canning the quail as well. And so actually my dad had gave me a great idea, and we're going to be doing a canning camp thing as well. So I found some dissolvable canning stickers that I can do custom. So I'm going to do a little canning camp ones that people could pick up a bunch of those and then use those if you like. But I'm going to be canning some quail. Yeah. Doing some of that going, and so we probably will be incubating throughout the winter. I still need to pick up my silky eggs from Guidro's family farm. I haven't done that yet because I'm building the silky cage or the coop still. So we're gonna get to that, and then later tonight we also have some community shout outs and some good stuff there. So I wasn't able to get a lot of my videos done. I have a lot of stuff I had to scrap tonight, but I think we can still go with it. And so we'll go ahead and roll. Yeah. Yep. And then luckily we bought a lot of other meat too. I know Verna, you don't like ground beef, but we don't need a ton of it, but it's gotten so expensive. So we did buy it when it was cheaper and canned a lot of it and froze a lot of it. So that's nice. Let's see, let me go ahead and move on with the evening then. So I'm glad everyone's doing all right, staying warm and doing some things with the hatch. So the first thing we're going to hop actually into right away is the living insurance section of tonight's stream. And so with this, I just have a couple tips and some things I want to chat about for about 5 minutes. And so this is just to make sure you're prepared for everyday life and what it brings up. And with it being cold, that's kind of the theme of tonight. And so let me play this little thing and then we'll hop right into that. Okay, so tonight we're going to kind of talk about backup warmth a little bit, and I know it's a little darker in here. That's kind of on purpose, but I got a few things set out here, and now's kind of the time to start thinking about what you're going to do if maybe power goes out. We had a power outage tonight. That was our own doing. That's just because we're in an older home and we can't run the microwave and the heater at the same time, so that kicked off the power. But if you were to lose the main heat source in your house for some reason for a bit of time while it's really cold, maybe weather knocks it out, or you're in your car and you get stuck in some storms. Hey there, Buster. Hey, Chief BC Gaming Dispatcher, Brian there. Good to see you guys. Couple things to think about. So I have here just a few items, and I actually had some Amazon affiliate links that were in the description, but I ran into some issues there, so they'll be up hopefully by the end of the evening. But a few examples of some items that we'll use in our home. And I actually will use these outside while I'm working in other areas too. But we got a little buddy heater. We got a buddy heater. I got these little 1 pound propane tanks. These have really starting to go up in price. So stocking up on these is a good way to prepare. It's also a good way to prepare against inflation, because they're only going to go up more, especially as winter goes on. So grab some of these, get yourself a good amount of those, and so you can run some heaters if you need to, if your main heat source goes out. Now, I do want to emphasize, first of all, a little disclaimer. If you are running any heaters inside, in your car, in your house, anywhere like that, you need to really be aware of carbon monoxide buildup and burning the oxygen out and those different things. So make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector, and you also have ventilation. So you need a window open or something like that. Might sound kind of counterintuitive, but you do need to have a crack, something, so you're getting that ventilation. So with that said, make sure you're doing things safely and you're not burning down the house or your car, wherever you may be stuck. So we got a couple heaters. These are quick and easy to have on the shelf that I could pull out if we did need them by chance. Now, I also have up here a couple other things that you can do to help keep your home warm. These are these window insulation shrinks. And they just go around your windows, especially if you have older windows or an older house, to create an extra air gap. That's just going to create some more warmth or seal in your house. And then, of course, things like wool blankets, even a tent. a lot of people don't think about. So if you do lose power and it's particular, or you lose heat, is particularly cold, you have a camping tent. One of the things you can do that people may not think of is set the camping tent up in a room in the house, and get you or the family, the animals, whatever it may be, in that tent, and that's going to really hold in the warmth and create some insulation to help keep you warm. If you're caught in a car, now is a good time of year to maybe throw a couple things out in your car, maybe a wool blanket, an extra jacket, something like that. A lot of times we can go on an errand or something. We just hop in the car and get going right away, and don't think about needing the jacket or something. And that's when you can get stuck and be without. So if you have a few things in the car, that's really going to help. I did want to point out a tip I heard from New York Prepper earlier this week, and that was, if you guys have bug out bags and things like that in your car, like I tend to a lot of times, as it gets cold, make sure you're taking out sensitive items in there, like your water filters, if you have stored water in containers, or those temperature sensitive items, maybe put them in a separate, easy to remove pouch, or just remove the bag at night, so it doesn't freeze and break those things. So just a quick tip there. These 1 pound containers are awesome, and these can actually be filled up off your 20-gallon propane tanks like you get for the barbecue grill. And they can be refilled with a little adapter. So this is one of the things that I'm going to put in that Amazon affiliate being pickup. And I'll grab comments in a moment. Oh, hey, I think that's what you're talking. Get a special valve to refill 1 pound from 20-pound tank. Yep, there you go, Bob. So this is the little valve, $8.99 on Amazon. And what you do is you'll screw this on the 20-gallon. You turn that 20-gallon upside down on the corner of something. So it's sitting on that little base, that frame, upside down. And then you would screw your 1 pound tank on, and you turn the valve on the propane tank first on, and then you turn the valve here for the small one on. And you're going to fill that up and then unscrew it. So yeah, there you go. One thing I do want to point out too with these heaters, if you're running the propane through them, you can get special hoses that have a built-in filter basically, but the propane will end up leaving a residue inside your machines, and it can clog it up and make it not work. So this here's an extension hose to hook up a 20-gallon tank to this heater. And when you do this, like I was saying, it can build up some gunk in there basically and in your heater. So a good thing to keep on hand. These are cheap as well. And this is just a little fuel filter and for these. And so I can hook it up to a 20-pound tank, or I can refill tanks. Sorry. So really just quick tip I wanted to point out, maybe think about what your situation is. If you have a wood stove or something, that's awesome, even better. Keep some hot hands maybe in the glove box. But now might be a good time to take 20 minutes and just jot down some ideas. Okay, what do I have in the house? What do I have in the car? In case I get caught off guard and in a situation where I need to stay warm. A lot of people do get caught off guard and freeze to death. I know the other year when Texas had that big freeze, they never expect anything like that. So not much space, not a whole lot of cost, and a good way you can get yourself prepared. So let's hop back over. There we go. All right, let's see. And then Steve saying those 1 pounders can actually be refilled. Yep. Although frowned upon. Oh, okay. It's frowned. Well, it's probably, I don't know why it's frowned. Why would it be frowned upon? There we go. I would assume because they don't want you refilling and doing things yourself. Yeah, those emergency blankets are great. I keep a lot of those on hand. I don't have my bag right here. I have them all throughout my bags and shelters, but the Mylar in there reflects your body heat back. So even though they're extremely thin like that, they actually work really well in a pinch. Yes. Yeah, so you want to turn it upside down when you're filling that. And thank you, Mr. Landfill, for pointing out why. Oh no, J. Mary. Well, I've been having a ton of internet issues. I was this morning too, so hopefully it's not me. Yeah, they're great for indoors. I really like these ones. The smaller one, if you had to run it in a car, I'd have that window cracked pretty good, but you could do that. but they are very safe. I run the smaller one out in the quail shack sometimes. And actually brings me to what I want to talk about next. And let's see, let me get some comments here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably still gonna do it. Yeah, buy a bunch of them though. Yeah, they do. They use your own body heat. They really work well. You can even take that and then wrap the other blanket around you. So, Steve, we're gonna do a community shout out here in a minute, but I'm gonna have to start checking out all of your channel. I don't know if I just lost that there, but oh, okay. Uh, hmm. Use a scale. Okay, that's a great tip. Yeah. Well, see, that's why I really like bringing this stuff up too, because I can have what I do, my plan or idea. But when I get to put these things out there, you guys in the community here, excellent. Yeah, we have some of the electric heaters. We do use those for sure. Um, but so what I wanted to talk about kind of as well is particularly heating your coops, whether you do it or not. Chicken coops, quail coops, and animal pens. So I'm curious what everyone else does, and I'll tell you my opinion on it. What's that? Oh, change your video. Okay. Um, so I'm kind of curious what everyone does. I know yeah. So I know quail, well, the birds in general are very hardy. Quail are extremely hardy. They can go from very cold temperatures, I believe about -20 to, up to like 120. They're also not quite as finicky on the temperature changes. Their big thing is don't get them wet and chilled. So if you can keep them from getting wet and chilled, they do very well. Also, on in average, you're not keeping the quail as long as you would something like chicken or animals like that. So they're not going to go for 5, 6 winters or something kind of like that. So you're not having to harden them as much. And so that brings me to my point of whether I heat the chicken coop or not. When I first got the chickens, I did. I put a heater in there, a ceramic heater. I had it hooked up to the heat mat, the thermometer, and a whole system. And I wanted to keep them warm, at least above freezing was my idea. And what I've learned after having the chickens for the last 4 years, I believe, is you really are going to handicap your birds if you do that. So chickens are going to go through, obviously, through multiple seasons of hot and cold, winter and summer. And you want to harden them off so that they can take those cold temperatures. And what you're doing when you're giving them those heaters is they're not really they're not able to do it themselves when they need it. So if you lost that heater, you lost power or something, had a really cold winter, they're more susceptible to getting sick or dying. Now, the biggest thing is you want to keep them out of the wind, out of the elements. I do somewhat, now their coop is all enclosed and is insulated pretty well. I also put extra thick layer of bedding in there and do things like that to keep it warmer. Their body heat in there is going to keep it warm anyways. Something I've learned with the chickens, though, is they really don't mind the cold. As long as they're not in the wind and getting that constant stuff or getting snowed or rained on, they do fine. So my opinion on heating chicken coops is don't do it. I think you're going to handicap them. They can take really low temperatures. And so even though you may want to, if you're just getting started with chickens and stuff, I suggest you don't. Yeah. However, with the quail, you don't have to heat it. You can keep them outside and all that. But I want to keep the quail shack heated. One, I want to be able to take birds out of the brooder and put them out there sooner. I also want to use my quail shack as a base to feed all the animals and stuff. I'm not worried about the quail getting wimpy, if you will. They're probably going to go to freezer camp before they get wimpy. So that's my opinion on heating coops and all. I know it kind of I go back and forth with it, and so do other people. So I was curious what other people thought about that. Also, of course, if you have other animals, I don't know if anyone else in here right now does, but if you're part of that replay crowd, um, maybe leave a comment as to what you do with other animals. With goats and things like that, I'm assuming you don't need to heat any of that. I'm assuming that's probably the same thing, just keep them out of the elements, but I'm curious as to what people do. I don't heat or cool because what happens when you lose power? Yep, see, that's what I'm saying. Or what happens if you lose? So you're making them dependent on those things, more or less. Their immune systems, their everything. And so if you lose that, what are you going to do? So I kind of agree to kind of the more natural stuff. It's worked for a long time, so why not? And yeah, I watch Alaskan Prepper, and he has chickens up there. Who else? There was another one, this younger couple in Alaska that go out to their cabin, and they have chickens, and man, it's fun to watch. But they have a greenhouse that is insulated by a ton of snow, and I don't know, yep, and quail too. Yeah. So when I first started with the animals, of course I want to heat them, I want to insulate it, I want to make it warm in there. Because you think, well, that's what you would want. How could they be out there in these 20-degree weather? And feathers are amazing. First of all, feathers are a great insulator, and they are. So there's my suggestion: is don't heat your birds. Just keep them out of the elements. Oh, okay. Now babies, you do, and that goes with the quail and chickens and things as well. When they're really young, before they're fully feathered, or I'm assuming younger other animals. She's saying, yeah. All right. Well, this next section, as we are moving along, we'll probably still end up near an hour anyways. Tonight, I want to use time to work on my, after the stream, to work on the website and the community stuff that we're going to get to here. Yep. So this next section's community shout outs. And so this is something that I'm developing more and more. What I've decided to do is, because I lose a lot of time following other creators and things, is in 4-week or month-long segments, pick a creator that I'm going to dive into, explore what they're doing, give them some shout outs and watch times. And then on my website, I have community shout out page I'm developing that I'll be able to add those people to as well. Now, if you're not a creator, but you have photos, you have some DIYs going on, some things you want to share, want to get out there, email them over to me at graftedbranchhomestead@gmail.com. And I'd love to show that as well. I know Bob in here has some amazing builds. He likes to do all kinds of cool things. So we're going to play a little video here. Let's see. For Luna. Who's Luna? Oh, there you go. Oh, your dog. Neat. Yeah, now the dog is different. Our dogs are house dogs. My wife would like them to be outdoor dogs, and eventually we will have outdoor dogs, but I'm going to build them a house, and it's going to be heated. I'm not going to harden them off. Dogs are fine. They can go in from the heat and the cold, and I don't think that's going to do too much. Yeah, the bigger animals do. Okay, so let me get to this little thing real quick. Here, you guys, watch this.
Oh, dirty to me.
Guys, I wanted to let you know that one of the things I do in my spare time is you can think of. This is my newest design.
Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hopefully you enjoyed that a little bit. So I'm doing my community shout outs right now. In November, we're doing Feathered Connections. And so the idea is to spend 4 weeks and dive into different creators. We started with Guidro's Family Farm, and now we're doing Kelly over there at Feathered Connections. And I know she's not here tonight. She's having a fun night. She told me she wasn't going to be here, but that's okay. She can be part of the replay crowd. So again, if you guys are in the replay crowd, let me know you're here and you watch. Throw down something in the comments. I do like reading those. Shoot me an email, any photos or going-ons you may have, and we'll get you in our community shout-outs. Now, I do have to apologize. When you guys do email me and things like that, it may take me a few days to respond. Generally on Thursdays and Fridays is where I catch up to responding to emails and things like that. So if you haven't heard from me, maybe give it till that weekend. You'll hear from me. Anyway, so let's go ahead and hop over here. We're at Grafted Branch Homestead website. Let's see. And so if we come up here to the top, we have all of our products. You can pick up our teas, our quail things. I'm going to be adding the quail cards to the website in the next day or two. I have them made and I finished those. I just need to take the pictures and do the stuff on the website end. So while I'm working on my website, one thing I run into is I'll figure out how to do something. I'll get going on it. Then I'll pause, go do something else in the house, come back and forget how I got there or what I did. So that takes me a while. Anyways, go ahead and go to graftedbranchhomestead.com. You guys can click on GBH Community Shoutouts. And this is going to take you over to a page. Check out some pictures, DIYs, content pages, and shops of other friends in the community. So email us your pictures, going on, or things you'd like us to share. So this is where you can find past community shoutouts or current ones. This is also going to be some other people I want to add that have a lot to do here with the Grafted Branch Homestead community. So we got Guidro's Family Farms here. It says check out Guidro's Family on their website, pick up some beautiful hatching eggs or cottage goods, then head over to the YouTube channel or Facebook for some knowledge tips, DIY, family fun down in Louisiana. And you can click that. That's going to go to their page. Now, I haven't finished everything on it here. I was working on this just a little bit when the sun went down before we got going here. We got Bob Cole, and the link's not working, but this is going to go to a pictures page where I'm going to put some of his DIYs captioned with how he did some of it, and some of the other information he included. So that is really neat. And then Feathered Connections, we'll have Kelly's over here. Still got to add in Verna, Sanctified, and a couple others. But this is going to be a neat place where people can come and click over here. You can see what's going on. Check out shops and YouTube channels of other people in the community here. So we are going to hop over now. Oops, I closed the wrong page. Probably. So this week, oh, okay. They don't like, yeah, my brother's got, it's a husky mix. Akita? I don't know, but it will be out in the snow. It doesn't like being in the house at all. All right, so let's go ahead and screen share over here. We're going to look at Kelly's stuff just a little bit. So first we'll go over to her YouTube channel. She's got a YouTube channel. She does a lot on TikTok and these other platforms that I need to follow and dig into a little bit more. But she also does a lot over here on YouTube. So we got a lot of shorts. She likes posting. So she likes to share a lot. She's definitely a social butterfly. She's involved in auctions with Feather Connections, with auctions and other things like that. We'll hop over to her website and take a look. But you can find some neat little videos here. A lot of them with her crafts and different things like that. And let's head over to her website. There we go. Okay, so Feather Connections, city limit, self-sufficient. I love that tagline. But she's got a couple different things going on here. Now, she's very crafty. She likes coming up with some quirky, funny, and really neat items, everything from shirts to stickers, phone cases, the like skulls and custom eggs. She does emphasize that she can do custom products if there's something you want. So you can email her. Things I think are really funny. And so she's got some real neat items here. But if we go ahead and click over on the shop up here, this is going to go to her TeePublic. And this is where most of the items are found that you can find. Now, she has these other items, too, I wanted to find. So I'm not sure where she sells I'll need to ask her. Okay, so I'll need to ask her a few questions, but I'm not sure where she sells like the 8 candles and things, but those are really cool. Thought those would be neat to get. She also does a hatch at home. So why hatch at home? Watching a chick emerge from its shell in a miraculous experience that your kids will never forget. And so we got some information here and some curriculum. How it works. Hatch at Home Utah is a 4-week program that gives you all the equipment and support you need to incubate, hatch, and care for your chicks during their first week of experience. No experience hatching, no problem. Their videos, guide, and on-call support make it easy. Their program is available for families, teachers, homeschool groups in Utah and Salt Lake community areas. So this is over in her local area, but I did want to share just because this is so neat. And this is something that, I mean, yeah, a school I could see definitely picking up on. And so what you get is a rental kit. You get 12 Japanese Quaternics quail eggs, excuse me, a Nurture Right 360 incubator, egg handler, brooder box, warming plate, chick feeder, water, bedding, feed, step-by-step hatching guide with videos, elementary level hatching curriculum, phone text support from Kelly. Wow, that is awesome. And that's all for, it looks like about $200, so not bad. Or some other things going on there. How neat. So she's got a lot going on. I know she has, so now is the time of year, a lot of people are buying gifts and things like that. And a lot of people are getting into quail and are really starting to take that journey and that experience for themselves. So I think picking up some funny quail shirts or stickers, or other products would be really neat. If you have an announcement or something you'd like to make, you can email her and maybe get a custom announcement, put in an egg and give that to someone. So she's got a lot of neat things going on there as well. So we will be spending the next few weeks digging into Kelly at Feather Connections and what she's got going on a little bit more, and then adding to our community shout out screen. Hey, we got Gidros Family Farms in here. You had a good laugh. By the way, Matt, we got your stickers. Oh, cool. Okay, yes. So they're over there. Freezer Camp stickers were a little bit late. Sorry about that. I tried to include a few extra. So I have a lot of products and a lot of ideas written down and things I want to offer and get in the shop. I don't know if you guys experience this or if it's just me, but time goes so fast. I feel like it just, like in the beginning of my video, it clicks. And so we'll get those in there eventually. But with the freezer camp, I know Kelly at Feather Connections is going to be doing some freezer camp things as well. And I think that's awesome. Now she can run with the shirts, the stickers, the merchandise. I have some of that too with my design. But where I want to gear mine towards is making these poultry first aid boxes. Poultry first aid boxes. And they'll be neatly printed and filled. So I'll do the poultry first aid box. And I'm sorry, the freezer camp box is going to be the freezer camp poultry butchering box. And so in that, I'll have a freezer camp apron, a nice pair of shears. I've gotten a couple different ones and tested out. I found ones I like that I'll talk about later. But a nice pair of shears that hopefully actually will even have the freezer camp print on them. And then that's going to come with a pair of gloves as well, and a couple other little items in there. So I'm working at putting that together, getting a butchering box. And so as people start out their journey, and so you got your incubator, you've gotten your eggs, you've figured that out, you got the brooder box, and you figured that out. Now you need the cage. You figured the cage out, their food, their waters, and all that. And you got to that point. Okay, now what? Now it's time to butcher these quail. All right, so you got to find the scissors. You got to get the apron. Well, just go ahead and you can pick up yourself a freezer camp butchering box and have everything you need in there ready to go, and a nice, neat print. And so that should be a lot of fun. Let's see who hopped in. Everyone's saying hi, Nikki. Oh yeah, hey Nikki, good to see you. Made it. Awesome. Thanks for showing up. So that's where my freezer camp idea I'd like to take. Yep, we got the Camp Counselor t-shirts too. So you can pick that up on our website. It's through the third-party part of our website, but let's see. Here we go. So we can come over here, and actually we scroll down to the bottom. You can actually find it in several different places on the website. Freezer camp stuff you can get here from Spreadshop. And so there's the apron that will be used. You can also get yourself shirts or mugs. I know Andy, hopefully you guys got that mug. I believe this is the one they got. So this comes from third party. So I'm not exactly sure. I haven't received all the products myself. So if people do order them, I'm very curious. A little bit nervous about doing things through third party, but there we go. So that will be my freezer camp line. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, so that way you just have it in a neat area in one, all together. You're not going around having to look for stuff. I want to do the poultry first aid box. Probably not as, yes, for quail, but my idea is more so people have chickens and other animals. I find with the quail, the first aid box tends to be the same as the butchering box in a lot of instances. But you got the water bottle. Okay, did it come out all right? I'm really curious on the feedback on those. Oh, it got there first. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, we'll put some Band-Aids and some things like that. That's a great idea there. We'll have to do that. And then we also have the canning camp. I talked about that a little bit. And so that's going to be more on my living insurance line, or where I'm putting preparedness type stuff. So we'll get that going. I'm going to go over here and fire up my tea kettle. So my plan was I was going to build the Serenity. So with all the teas I sell, I actually build those each individually. So that way I know exactly and how much everything is going into the pack, and so it can be controlled. So I was going to do that on camera, but I decided not to. Instead, I'm just going to fire up a cup of tea and we'll read about what's in it and why. And I'm going to end the stream with that. Not right away, but in a few, I'll probably shoot for an hour, I guess, here. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's a little small then, but it looks good. Well, I'm glad it looks good, but maybe I can make that picture bigger. So I have my concerns about using those third parties because I can't control those types of things. Eventually, I'd like to print all my own stuff and have that, but yeah. Okay. Hey, Mr. Landfill, thanks so much for showing up. I appreciate it very much. Actually, I'm not going to be on too much longer. I know Angry Truth is going to be on in a bit. That seeing your name reminded me of that, and I really want to catch his stream. So have a good evening, Mr. Landfill. Thanks for showing up. We're going to be wrapping up here anyways in a bit. So, yeah, so we got our community shout outs. We talked a little bit about staying warm and doing it safely. Let me see here my notes, what else I had before we get. We talked about taking water and water filters and things out of bug out bags. Don't leave them in your car when it's freezing. Not heating coops. Oh, hey, I don't see him in here tonight, and I'm sure it's because it's his birthday, but Sykes in here quite a bit. That's my brother, if you guys don't know, and it's his birthday, so we want to say happy birthday. Also, if you guys have a birthday coming up sometime, you can email me or let us know in comments, and I will do my best to make sure I say happy birthday and possibly get you maybe a little birthday sticker or something out. That would be neat. All right. I think that was about what I had then. Oh, hey, Guidros Family Farms is in here. I'm going to hold you on the spot. So you had said sometime, Aaron, I believe you said sometime around Thanksgiving, you may have a big announcement for another addition to the homestead. Are you guys still in here? Can I ask you on that, or can I not ask about that? That would be awesome. Yeah, send it to me. That would be great. I appreciate the feedback. Also, if you guys, do want to send anything yourselves, on the website, you can find our P.O. Box address. And you can always send something. We'll share, mail call, share it. We appreciate all that. And if you do send something, you're going to get something back from us. So, did Guidros Family Farms leave? So, Steve, we're going to be digging. I need to dig into your channel, your new one there. Nikki, we need to get into yours more. I have so many good creators. And then, of course, Verna, so many good creators I need to be digging into. And Chief as well. You miss everyone? Okay. So I thought you were actual trucking dispatcher. It took me a minute to realize it was gaming. And well, I've hopped on your channel and seen some of that, but I don't know. I thought it was funny when you were in Vernon's stream talking about dropping your truck off. So I'm not a huge gamer. I struggle with the computer, but I do get into ones every now and then. So I got really into StarMade, which was kind of like Minecraft in space. Now I believe it or not, I've gotten really into Fallout. So I've been playing Fallout 4 some, and I try not to spend too much time on that because I don't have a lot of time. But I've been doing some midnight Fallout. All right, so I don't know. Guidros may not be here. Oh, darn. Steve, you reminded me in Verna's chat this morning, and I was going to call him out and see if I could get whether they are going to announce that or not. I need to go over to their channel here tonight and check. Oh, okay. Verna's saying, Matt, on my community post, I posted for questions people can ask for Wednesday evening's live stream. So Verna does Wednesday evening as well on her live stream. I struggle catching. I work an evening job, so I struggle catching those. I end up watching a lot of the other people's evening streams in replay. That's one I usually do, but I'll certainly get on there, and you guys get on hers too. So if you haven't checked out Verna, I haven't done a particular shout out on her stream, although I will. And you guys have questions about quail or, city self-sufficiency, really. She does it from her apartment. You got to go to Vay's place and check out her channel. You got to ask her questions. She's going to give you great answers. Let me start my tea over here real quick because I'm going to end with talking about the Serenity and why. Oh, okay. That's neat. I think that I would probably like those types of games too. But I've been playing some Fallout lately, so that's a lot of fun. But let me start this here. Get my water going. And it looks like Gidros Family Farms may not be in here or may not be chatting at least right now. So we may not, or maybe they're keeping quiet because they don't want to answer. But maybe we won't get an answer. That's okay. But it looks like we got 9 people in here. Wow. Well, we are going to be wrapping up tonight's stream. I do hope to be on and don't get going quite yet, but Vern's getting coffee. That's okay. Do plan to be on tomorrow morning with Farmer Casey for some tea with him in the morning. That's the goal. Of course, he's a 10-year-old, so may or may not happen, but hopefully it will. And we'll be on. We'll talk a little bit about winter plants, what's overwintering, and what people can still plant and some things like that, as well as have some tea. And so you guys can join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I think that's 11 Eastern time for that. I'm going to hop. Oh, did I close it? I did. Let me pull something up. All right. So there we go. Deb says, Mama Elkbus. All right. Hey, Bob, you have a good evening. I'm about to hop off too. We're just going to have some tea. Thanks so much for showing up. Appreciate your support as always and your friendship as well. Very much so. You have a good evening. Who's going live after me? My nose is itchy. Sorry. Jeez. I know it's not becoming. Okay. Yep. That would be awesome. Oh, I think I mentioned I watched Angry Truth. That's where I was going to go. Okay. So this evening, I have a lot of work to do. I shouldn't be drinking the sleepy time tea. However, this tea is not going to knock me out. It's going to help calm my nerves and mind and relax me. So normally I'd be drinking the Desert Gold tea because I still have a lot of work to do. But I'm going to do a lot of work with the goal of falling asleep when I get tired. So we're going to drink some Serenity tea. This is built to calm your mind and body and get you in a position to go to sleep. And so I'm going to read a little bit about what that one is. And these are my teas you can pick up from our shop if you like. Help support the channel. Get yourself something nice. But Grafted Tea Serenity Herbal Tea Blend is a relaxation tea meant to quiet the mind and body. Made with the finest organic ingredients. You can enjoy a soothing cup packed with beneficial herbs to aid in sleep and relaxation. Serenity Blend consists of chamomile, a nervine herb, which means it specifically benefits the nervous system. It promotes calmness, and the herb may help treat generalized anxiety and depression. Chamomile is an immune booster. It helps the digestive system and may help control blood sugars. It also has catnip in it, which has been effectively used as a remedy for restless sleep and irritability in babies and adults for decades. So the sedative nature of this calming herb helps to slow down the body's natural cycles and bring about a relaxed state and calmness. Catnip can aid in digestion and help to relieve bloating and gas buildup. We also includes lavender, which is widely used as an aromatherapy agent and supplement to help with anxiety, depression, and fatigue. Studies suggest the compounds of lavender may stimulate activity in certain areas of the brain, between brain cells in a way that boosts mood and produces a calming effect. Lavender may also soothe cramping and promote skin health. So Serenity, this tea blend, herbal tea blend, is packed full of what you need to calm and relax your body and mind and to prepare it for rest. So I'm going to do my body, my evening routine, a flavor favor, and try a cup tonight. And so we're going to be having, well, I'm going to be having a cup of Serenity. Oh no, Nikki, has it not gotten, that's what you were saying. Has that not gotten to you? I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on there. So St. Louis has sent it all over. Is it a wrong address? I need to dig into that. I am so sorry about that. If you guys have trouble with any of your orders or anything, please email me right away. And we will figure it out and we'll get something out really quickly. So I do apologize. Flavor favor. Yes. Verna actually said that this morning. I caught her. It's not my fault. Well, it's been way too long. So I'm going to dig into that. I'm going to figure out what's going on, but I think I'm just going to resend you in the meantime, see if I can't get it there quicker. Maybe UPS or something. So I do apologize for that. I'm so sorry. We're going to get you something, though, and we'll make up for it. Whether it be my fault or not, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to send something UPS, I think. We're going to get you taken care of, Nikki. I do apologize for that. I was wondering what that was in the chat this morning. But I got a huge note here. We're going to get you taken care of. I want to get you some tea, too. Oh, no, really? So that's kind of a known thing, huh? That's not good. Well, I'm gonna hop over here and pour a cup of tea, and I'll be right back. So I let my water boil. It's set for a second, so it's not boiling. And get a little spoon. I have one sitting out. I got another one. Now, I like to shake it up. Sometimes it does have some smaller, herb particles in there, so I kind of give it a good shake. And if you bend it on the edges and kind of pinch it, and then it'll sit up like that. I tore the top right off my bag. Let me grab another little bag here. Well, this was supposed to be quick. I don't know how interesting this is, but I manhandled that bag, I guess. Do I have a little squirrel sitting out? I do. So I like the little snails I thought were really neat, but I like these little squirrels because we're the grafted branch. I thought the squirrel was funny. We'll let that sit for a moment and steep while we finish talking. You get a look at the tea. All right, cool. There we go. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Nikki. I do apologize. I know that may not be my fault, but that I don't like to hear that at all. So I think overall, the opening of my shop was a success. I did run into different problems with a few people, and I guess that's one of them. So we'll get that fixed. Oh, geez. Well, I can ship UPS too. So, yeah. You got a squirrel. Good, good. Oh, that's neat. You had a pet squirrel. How cool. My mom had a pet squirrel when she was little. Some of them I do have some different animals. Yeah, there were a few different ones I put in there in different boxes. That's funny. So I thought they were neat. I thought they were kind of fun, and so I tried to include with orders kind of based on size. I did the accessory pack kind of based on the size of the order, and then of course with the giveaways, kind of on what the giveaway was. And so orders should come with a little accessory pack, and so it should have at least a couple tea bags and some other little things like that. You like your snail, yeah. So I like to include some different items. But tonight I have a lot of work to do. However, I need to cut the caffeine out. And so my goal is to do a lot of work until I fall asleep. So I am going to be taking that Serenity. It's not going to knock me out. It's just going to really help. What it does is it helps calm the mind so it's not racing. And what I find it does is it helps me not, almost like melatonin does, or myrcene, I guess. It helps me that if I do wake up in the night to use the bathroom or my mind gets going, it still stays kind of fuzzy, not hard, but so it makes it easier to fall back asleep. That's what I'm trying to say. I like both. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. The squirrel was the gateway animal. I hear they could be great pets. I've always wanted a prairie dog. So out here we have prairie dogs all over, and I've seen some cute little videos of those. Now, you don't want to have wild animals generally, but they're fun. So we don't really have the only one squirrel I've seen out here around us looks emaciated and he looks like really bad. But yeah, animals are fun, aren't they? Yeah, so it looks like we'll end up being right around an hour. I'm gonna sip my tea. We might go just a little bit over and just end with some chat. I do enjoy it. So what's the most exotic animals you guys have had, whether it be pet or livestock? I've had some very exotic ones. I can tell you some stories. So I have had actually in my life, I've had everything from a spider monkey to veiled chameleons to ball pythons to rats. Well, man, a lot of pets. I've had a lot. You had a timber wolf. Are you serious? Wow, that's pretty cool. You've seen a squirrel in a pet shop? That's neat. They could get food. I mean, they could steal the food. I keep enough of it out. I've actually been, so we have the neighborhood cats that I fight, and I'm between a constant love-hate relationship of wanting them to stay away from the birds, but they keep the mice population down. So, oh, prairie dogs you can get in a shop. Oh, okay. Out here, we're not supposed to touch at least the wild ones and stuff. They carry diseases. They're protected too, so we're not really supposed to kill them. But they're everywhere and a nuisance. Koi is pretty. Yep, that's pretty out there. Snakes. I'm not a big fan of snakes, but I've had snakes. I've had boas and things. The one snake I did like that I may get again was I had these ribbon snakes that they're about this long, little snakes, and they actually would fish. And so in their cage, it was I forget what you call them, the half terrarium, half aquarium. And in the water half, you put goldfish, and they would wait up top, and they would dive down and grab the fish. I thought those were the coolest things. I had a spider monkey too when I was a little kid. My family did. Kind of. Sugar gliders, very cool. Those are neat. Pet rats, yep. So I've had pet rats as pets. They started off as food for the snake, actually. We started breeding rats. Then we quickly realized, how they're really smart, and I felt really bad feeding them to the snakes, and so then they were kind of pets, and then we got out of that. But yeah, I don't think I'd do snakes again. It's gonna be livestock now. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Our dogs love the quail eggs. Man, do they love them. Horses. I want a horse so bad. It is a huge life goal of mine to get a horse. I want a horse, and I'm gonna name it Pickles someday. Oh, no, it may not be super unique, but that's something, yeah. Hey, that was Spice saying that. Oh, yes, when you were a kid. We'll have them again, babe. I always had cats, but I did have a pet mouse and always wanted a pet rat. Used to keep crayfish as a kid. Oh, wow, that's cool. Well, oh, no, yuck. So a lot of people have had pet rats, huh? They're extremely intelligent. Um, Actually, all the animals blow me away. I never even thought chickens. So chickens are very intelligent. You could see those wheels turning. They figure things out. They could figure latches out and things. The only problem is they're super, super intelligent with the memory of a goldfish. And so I'll watch my chickens and I'll see them and they start figuring it out and they're getting it, they're getting it. And then they lose it. It's the funniest thing to watch, but yeah. Oh, neat. I will have to ask you. Yeah, that's cool. So I watch Frugal Off Grid sometimes too. And he is out in the Arizona desert and he's gotten a horse, actually two now, but recently. And he built his own pen and own little barn. And it is just so cool. He's on 2 acres. So when we get land, I'm going to get a horse. Rats, 100 times better in children than hamsters. Yeah, I've had hamsters too, and hamsters will bite. Hamsters are fun. They're not very smart at all. And they'll attack you. They eat their babies. I don't know. I wouldn't have a hamster again. My kids didn't. If they wanted one, they could. But parakeets, okay. No, we did have a parakeet. So, all right, I'm on story time. Let me grab my tea. So these little teaspoons are awesome for pinching the bag. All right, story about the parakeet. So we had a parakeet named Brutus. Parakeet named Brutus and our dog named Julius Caesar. And they were named aptly as such because we had Julius Caesar, the dog, that's Chewy. And the parakeet would ride on his back. And so, well, he would get down on his back sometimes. So we named it Brutus. So my mother had lots of parrots. She has lots of parrots. Yeah. I like them. They're just way too loud. I could not do them. My ears are a little too sensitive. So the birds are outside now. That's pretty funny. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Well, they could get out anyways. I mean, keeping one in a cage, good luck. When I bred them, holy cow. And we started off, my brother actually bred them. But we started off with just a couple. And before you know it, man, we were selling them to pet stores and giving them away. What stops burning your fingers? Oh, yeah. An eel, wow, and a tarantula. Okay. I could not do the tarantula. No spiders. It's the largest. Yeah. So my mother had I'm not sure which one she still has, but she had a macaw and an African gray and some others. They're neat. I really like them. They're just way too loud for me. I would if I had those, I'd have to have an aviary or something. I just can't do the noise. My shoulder's really hurting. They're just too loud. But they are neat. I heard a funny thing that stat, I don't know if it's true or not, but that if humans were to all disappear, super Thanos, all the humans were to disappear off the planet um, human speech could still be heard for up to about 200 years because of parrots repeating other parrots and human language. So you'd still hear human language for a couple hundred years, supposedly. So when I was a little kid, my family rented a house that had a spider monkey in it. One of the rooms was built into like a spider monkey cage, and it wore diapers. And I was really young. I think I was about 3, and it just scared the daylights out of me. But yeah. That's funny, Verna. Iguana. My brother had an iguana, yeah. Named Einstein. That's funny. The iguanas were cool. Man, it hurt when its tail would whip. Yep. We still got a bunch of people in here. I'm really enjoying just chatting. I know I got things to do, but I think I'm just going to chat for a few more minutes. For a few more at least till I finish my tea. I hope you guys are staying warm. I hope you're getting cozy for the season. I know I have lots of work. I do retail, so I don't get those days off. So this tea's nice. It's a real mild one. You can taste the lavender, but it's not super strong. The catnip's kind of a mild taste, and then the chamomile. So this one's just real calming, real soothing. And you can always pick that up in our shop if you like. Oh, I don't even know what this is. I'd be curious to see. I want to know what the Guidros Family Farms new edition is. I'm mad they're not in here answering. Whoever sees them on their video or on your own live streams or their next, ask them, because I know that's coming up and I want to know. So my favorite pet's probably Solo. I absolutely love him. If I had a horse, that might be it. The quail are really neat. I do love them. Yeah, the tails hurt. Okay, let's see. I grew up with horses, and we had them for a while. Oh, okay, got. So the expense is something I am curious a lot about. I know Frugal Off Grid talks about ways of doing it cheap. That's something I do need to look into. I wouldn't be able to do it if it's too expensive. The horses. People love their horses. See, and that could be a living insurance, a prepper thing too, huh? You lose power, then I got the horse to carry water from place to place. Yeah. Here's my answer. Uh-oh. What am I getting? Is this to how expensive horses are? Oh, I can't click it, Verna. Yeah, he did, huh? All right, let's see. I can't copy this either, can I? Oop. Can I click it? Can I copy? Oh, it's because I'm in StreamYard. Here, let me click that link. It won't let me click it in StreamYard, but if I'm over here on my... Is this one I should share? Let's see. Oh, Okay, well, let's. Oh, this is my answer to the geek. Oh, I missed this. Man, I am so behind. Okay, let me share. This is what I gotta do. I miss so much that creators put out. I just get so busy. I apologize, but let's share now. Okay, this is not the one.
Doing
This
a quick
is not
petition.
the one.
During their school
Oh no,
town
where'd it
show,
go? I lost it. All right, let's go over here. Let's go to my chat. Where'd it go? I lost it. Let's go over here. Click the link. Let's go to my chat. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Sorry, everybody. Let's go over here. Click the link. I'm gonna take me out so I can let's go to my chat. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Sorry, everybody. Let's go over here. Click the link. I'm gonna take me out so I can let's go to my chat. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Sorry, everybody. Let's go over here. Click the link. I'm gonna take me out so I can let's go to my chat. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Sorry, everybody. Let's go over here. Click the link. I'm gonna take me out so I can let's go to my chat. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Sorry, everybody. Let's go over here. Click the link. I'm gonna take me out so I can let's go to my chat. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Sorry, everybody. Let's go over here. Click the link. It's goats. It's goats. Thank you, Steve. I want to share it, but I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. All right, man, it's been one of those days. Mail call.
Steve has going on here. Steve's kind of suspicious sometimes.
I don't know. There's supposed to be something in there for me too, but I don't know what it could be. But
Yeah.
apparently it's funny. Whatever he sent you.
But with Steve, it could be like a glitter bomb, and he's the only one that think it's funny.
That would be terrible.
Steve. Oh, that was mine. I bet you.
That one.
yours.
Did he get you a bunch of tiny cows?
It's goats.
It's.
So, not sure what Steve has going on here.
Okay, I don't know if that came through. You say him tiny goats and what else? That's so funny. So is that what they're doing? Are they really getting goats? I missed some of their videos. I'm gonna have when I hop off, I'm gonna have to go find out. I was assuming it was goats. That's funny. So you sent them small little goats and what else there, Steve? Holistic Heritage is live. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to be hopping over there. So everyone, I'm actually going to be hopping off then. Goodbye to everyone. Thank you guys for showing up so much. Appreciate you guys. Really do. I'm going to be on tomorrow. Mini goats. I'm going to go hop on and check out a couple other streams and do some things on the website. But I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Got a few good tips. I do enjoy talking. So we'll see you tomorrow or next week or in someone else's stream. You guys have a good one. Night. Oh. Oh, that's too funny, Steve. I got it. All right, that's awesome. You guys have a good night. We'll see you later.